Did you see Thomas Hammock got catfished?
I didn't see that, no.
Okay, so Thomas Hammock, for those of you who don't know, is the head coach in Northern Illinois, as in, those Wolves, right, who were really, really good for quite some time, and they were doing a pretty good job last year. All right, so a Twitter account goes by @CFBHome, started a Twitter account for his NCAA 14 prospect, who we call Patrick Flowers, right? 6'1", 187 pounds, and 3.45 GPA, 27 ACT. His recruitment is open, right? And he claimed that he had an offer from a number of places, one of them being Northern Illinois. So Thomas Hammock, who's the head coach of Northern Illinois, gets into his DMs to say, I'm the only person that offers scholarships, and I did not offer you. We don't play those games here. To which the CFB home, as Patrick Flowers, tweets back, hey, see, my recruiting card says there must be some mistake. I just got offered by Northern Illinois. I'm so close to getting the scholarship, coach. And then Hammock comes back. Come on, let's not start this. It's already bad, kids posting fake offers. To which he replies, I don't know what you mean. This is real. But you're not going to get this world-class talent on your team when I announce my top 5 next week. And I was gaggling. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. And then Thomas Hammock, who is a good dude, goes to take his Twitter account, right? And basically lays it out for folks to say, look, I got. Honesty is the best policy. Every offer that we send out is committable. But I'm going to read the full tweet so he gets the full exposure here. Due to NCAA rules, I'm not allowed to comment on specific recruits, even from the class of 14. I would like to state that all of our offers are committable and come personally from me. People pull offers every day. We're not in that business. Honesty is a policy. Man, he got me. And this goes back to what I'm saying. If you're not used to dealing in these internets, you can get got. And I love that he copped to it. I really do. But I had to bring that to you because that's just awesome. That's awesome. I love that.
Bro, I don't know how many times it's happened to you, but apparently this is like a trend right now during this standstill in the world of sports. I've been tweeted at by like 5 different NCAA 14 players with saying, show me some love. I'm about to get that OU offer. Hey, yo, I'm from Allen, Texas. I'm the new quarterback on the scene. Give me some pub. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to retweet you when you got a fuzzy little NCAA 14 graphic as your Abby. Like, there's no way I'm about to fall for that. And then it's getting to the point where our 24/7 sports Slack channels are like, hey, by the way, guys, make sure you don't end up like the NIU head coach and get got by some of these fake recruits. I'm now on the edge of my seat because the moment I mess up, I'm getting put on blast, no doubt. But it is hilarious what people come up with on the internet, man. It's a different time, but it also brings a little bit of comedic relief for what we're dealing with. So, hey, at least he was man enough to own up to the loss there.
Right, and the idea that he's just gonna go into your DMs like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He's just gonna be like, let me go ahead and tell this kid.
That's fearless right there.
Right?
I respect it.
And then he just screen capped like a Snapchat. Look. I came up at just the right time for folks to be able to screen cap something. It wasn't always your text exchange, and it wasn't always your direct messages. But if you had a Mac, you could get away with this stuff in a way that you couldn't with the other softwares, right? So there was always stuff that you wouldn't say over, in print. And now we got coaches that ain't never learned those lessons because they didn't go to college in the 21st century. Like, I know you got the one homeboy who got on the Snapchats, who got on the Instagram DMs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after that homeboy has that experience, one of the things that usually doesn't happen is it usually doesn't get several thousand retweets. But now we live in a lawless land. We live in the Wild West where everybody's screen capping everything all the time. And you never know what somebody might be holding in the back over there that you might have said years ago, right? And that's why all these forms of communication, you really got to be watching, and you really got to be like, do I want to write this? All right, let me find a business way to write this down because one of my favorite subcultures is the email clapback, where what somebody said is previous to my last email, which is, code for look here, dummy. I said, like, I love this stuff. I love this idea of, hey, we have to have coded language even within our coded language because not everybody on the program. Do you have a story you can share where this has happened to you?
I can't say that this has personally happened to me. I just think it's hilarious that not only we got people doing this, but there's an audience for this stuff. Like, It's one thing to be screen capping and like putting it out, but we got people who are laughing and then spreading it thousands plus in the blink of an eye. That's what gets me off guard, and that's what puts me on edge. Because there's no way in heck I'm trying to be involved in a tweet that's going 30 plus K retweets where I'm looking like an idiot. There's just no way you're going to catch me slipping like that.
Oh my God.
Especially when you're a young buck like me who should be technology savvy. There's no way I'm slipping. So that's what I'm terrified of doing. Maybe that's why I've stayed out of stories like that, because I just refuse to get got.
Nah, man, it's one of those things where you just got to really know your group chat and you got to really know who you're talking to, right? So, like, I'm in a group chat with a couple of old dudes that I really love, right? And we be saying all kinds of wild stuff, but they the homies and they didn't come up on the interwebs. So sometimes they'll even send stuff and I'll be like, yeah, that's a fake tweet. You got. And then they'll lose their stuff. Like, for instance, one of them sent a tweet to the group chat talking about Ian Rappaport said that Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred is going to actually strip the Astros of their World Series title and, all of that noise. To which, everybody wanted to see that happen. That's playing on your feelings. But also, I said, Ian Rappaport. And then I go, read it. And his last name is misspelled. And it's a Twitter account that is a known disturber of the peace. And I said, y'all got. Y'all been having a conversation about this for 3 hours, and it's not even real. Y'all can't read.
Hey, that's why, do you remember that night when the Paul George, Kawhi Leonard flurry of news got tweeted out by Woj?
Oh, yeah.
I promise you, I clicked on his Twitter account 7 times, just making sure it was the real guy. So if I retweeted it, I wasn't going to look like a whole fool. But That's why I'm so paranoid these days. I got to make sure someone's Twitter ad is the real deal. At least 10 times.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, and nothing wrong with being able to wait just a moment. You know what I mean? Ian Rappaport reporting baseball news. Let's pull back. Let's pull back, right? Because the first thing that I did, right, I go check Jeff Passan, right, over at MLB Insider for ESPN, because he's been on top of all of this stuff. I know where I'm going. I know who I read. I no longer have publications that I can trust anymore. I have writers. You know what I mean? There are people in our industry that we trust a little bit more than we might trust somebody else, right? Or you trust but verify, and then you go verify it over here, and then you go check, okay, they got that story, and they got that story, and they got that story. Cool, it's a story. It's the same thing in journalism. I get it that, not everybody's like you and I and decided to study this stuff like idiots, but it really comes down to, do you trust that person? Okay, let's independently find out if we can trust this other person. Okay, let's see if we can't independently see if we can find out if we can trust this other person. Cool. It's a story. I can go with it. I can break it. And I feel like you got to be doing that on the Twitters now. This is another reason why these verified badges have everything flipped upside down. Because some of these folks are really on the level, and some of these folks need to have their status removed because, hey, just because you work at Sinclair Broadcasting doesn't mean that you need to be giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dude, I don't know if you saw that Glazer news. But, I was so frustrated. This isn't even this is going on people you trust. Glazer out here boosting stuff, and even the established journalists are boosting news that really did not deserve that kind of hype. So that's why I credit you for saying, hey, you got to find the dudes that you trust and that are going to put out the big news when it's needed. It's a different world we live in, man. It's hard, but you got to find the way to navigate through it, and that's why it's terrifying to surf the interwebs these days.